Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2023 and another part of the Journeyman with Portsmouth. Today, we're actually back with the transfer special, part 2 of 2. We are going to be playing the first 2 matches of the season as well against Luton and Peterborough. Yesterday, I am really sorry about that in terms of the audio cutting out, the microphone didn't pick up. Usually, I would just sit down and re-record it and do it from this point, but it was midnight. I was furious when I seen it. And, obviously needed a video for yesterday to keep up the everyday videos in 2022. And funnily enough, it was the second best performance video of the last 10. So thank you for your support with that. I know it wasn't maybe the best viewing. We will be recapping everything today that we did yesterday, but I was fuming. So but we are back today as normal, and hopefully over the weekend things will improve a lot in terms of the regularity of videos and whatever. Interestingly, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is now manager of Luton Town. What has happened to his career? He just joined them in 2023. He's been there 4 years, interestingly enough. Found his level, apparently, Ollie. Although I do think he'd be doing just as well with Man United as Ten Hag, or at least Rangnick, did in the end. One thing I have noticed is that we do not have any friendlies booked. So I'm a little bit confused, but it does give me a potential opportunity to do something that people suggested, and doing a CaptainGoodspeed Cup. So we're going to call it the CGS Cup, and people suggested, well, why don't you do it with Chester, Kidderminster, and maybe, some of the Journeyman alumni, and I really, really like that idea. I think that was a really awesome plan. I don't know exactly who it was. I do apologise. But you will know who you are in the comment section, I'm sure of that. So propose friendly. So we'll put that in there. Then we want Kidderminster. Oops. What's going on here? Kidderminster, will propose friendly for the senior squad there. And finally, why don't we go for some Journeyman alumni in South Shields? Yes, my hometown, of course. Or real, old hometown. I live in Stockport now. South Shields. There you go. In Sky Bet League 2 these days, and did a good job in that division last season. So we will propose that. 90 minutes plus penalties. That sounds awesome. We will pick those 2 days there, I suppose, before the training camp. That seems fine. That seems really good. And I'm assuming we'll get some Scottish teams coming in very, very soon. So let's get those arranged. Hopefully they accept that proposal. Let's have a little look. I realise I haven't even recapped what happened yesterday, and I've gone ahead. Oh no! How rude! How rude! So we can't have Chester. Could we do it at a later date? Would that help? Maybe. Chester. Chester. What's happened here? Propose friendly senior squad. And then let's go for Shields again. I do feel like there needs to be a better system for this. personally. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so if I remove shields from it and go for smaller, yeah, they're too small. Similar reputation teams, that's abroad. Yeah, but similar reputation. Can we go Fleetwood maybe? I'm looking for some journeyman alumni. Really, that's all I want. Who else have we got in there then? Well, let's go for where the whole story began. Let's go for Middlesbrough and see if they accept it this time. No, Chester are rejecting it. Okay. Middlesbrough accept it though, but it's kind of not fun anymore. Yeah, I don't really know why they don't want to. That's really sad. It does make me very sad. But anyway, I'm trying to accept all of these so that we can get some of our young players out on loan. Let's have a little look at who we have signed in this summer so far. So the first one on a free transfer was Reece Russell-Denny. He is a 21-year-old English midfielder. He's come in from Chelsea. Very, very good attributes, good determination. So should reach his potential. 5-star potential, that is. Definitely Sky Bet Championship standard. And the first signing of the summer was Jordan O'Brien. We signed him for 1.3 million from Celtic. Again, potentially a Premier League player, 5-star ability there. But looking at his leadership, looking at his fitness, his bravery, this guy is going to be a future England captain. Not necessarily England, a future club captain, I think. But yeah, what we're looking for in the transfer market, essentially, we possibly like a better backup goalkeeper, maybe another left back to help out in those positions. We've kind of got the midfield that we want now with Thomason, I'd said Batty and Russell-Denny now. Wingers are probably the ones. A good right winger, good left winger, and another high quality striker to go along with Ricky J. Jones and Ty Sodji. So that's what we're looking for at the end of the day. If we look at our scouted players and those whose contracts have expired, there will be a few out there who are looking pretty tasty. The likes of Alpha Keita, for instance, 19 years old from Rems, definitely looks like somebody that we might want to look into. So there's plenty to look about at this stage of the summer. Lino Sousa as well could be somebody, been out on loan at Luton last season. Again, looks like a good player. So we'll keep an eye on all of these guys, and I'll keep you in the loop of any that we fancy signing. Well, first signing of the episode, and it's a bit of a James Milner type signing. Stuart Dallas is coming in on a free transfer. £10,000 a week. He's a 36-year-old Northern Irish winger. Surely you know Stuart Dallas. He has been around donkey's years, played for Leeds for many, many years. Of course, has Premier League experience, moved to Wolves within this universe, then went on to Watford after that. Played in the Premier League as recently as 2 seasons ago, played for Preston in League One last year and did all right. And, I think he is going to be a bit of a utility player, really. He's in on a 12-month contract, still got very good attributes, good determination, good teamwork, good work rate, excellent natural fitness as well. So somebody that can slot in anywhere down the right, anywhere down the left, and can also pop up in the middle of the park and is going to do an excellent job wherever he is. I really do think that this is a good signing, one that I'm happy with, and one that I think will add a lot of depth to our squad for not a lot of money. Well, really disappointing one to lose out on. That kid, Alpha Keita, has gone to Porto, and I think he's going to absolutely rip up the Portuguese league. Looked like a really, really good player. Couldn't get him. That's a real shame. We have got another signing in the works though. Luke Kundle is coming in. He is, of course, a 25-year-old English midfielder. Again, very, very versatile. Can play anywhere in midfield, including defensive mid, attacking mid, on the right, on the left. Can play actual left midfielder, right midfielder. Really, really good player. Again, has been playing at Preston last season. So much like we signed a lot of Peterborough players last year, we seem to be signing a lot of Preston players this year. Already a good championship player, I think, very much along the lines of Daniel had said. Good first touch, good passing, good technique. Will come straight into the team and perform well, you would imagine, in the roles that we've got within our setup. So, yeah, really, really happy with that. He's a bit pricier than I wanted to pay, £22,000 a week, but at this level, you've got to pay to get the best, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. So, another midfielder in the ranks, which is good. We kind of need a striker, though. Right then, we have got to the end of the summer. Not really much out there in terms of the transfer market. Overall, signing 4 players, it's not a lot going into a new championship season. It really isn't. And when one of them, Stuart Dallas, the championships, James Milner, we just, there's no out there. If I go into scouted players, there's players there for us, but not really in the positions that we're looking for. We don't need any more central midfielders. Thorgan Hazard is somebody that we could bring in. He's 34 years old though, and I'm kind of not wanting to do that. We'll offer him a trial and see what he looks like, but I don't really want to spend what will be a fairly high amount of budget on him. Harry Cornick, sorry. Potentially somebody, he has scored goals in the division over the last few years, but he's 32 years old, somebody that could play up top, but not entirely sure. And there's this guy Connor Chaplin as well. I know he did used to play for Portsmouth back in the day, so that might be something to look at actually, Connor Chaplin. So let's give him a trial as well and see what he can do. But we have got, as I say, one person potentially coming in. Although I don't, is he in there? Has he joined us yet? I definitely put in an offer for somebody as a striker, but maybe he got stolen off somebody else. I can't quite remember now. Where is he? Let's see. Smith. Yeah, it was this guy, Sam Smith, who, was a player for Cambridge, scored many, many goals over the last few years in League 1 and League 2. Was going to come in as a backup striker, but we've just been losing out on all of our targets, really, this year, and it's a real shame, actually, but let's get ourselves into the first match of the season. So here we go then. This is the squad, by the way. Ability-wise, pretty good. There's some very, very good championship quality in there. Got a bit of potential to it as well. But Ricky J. Jones has got an injury. He picked one up in pre-season, as has Owen Dale. So 2 of our most important players. Jordan O'Brien, one of our new signings, has picked up an injury as well. So it's not easy. We had an okay pre-season, 5-2 against Leyton Orient. Of course, they're in League 2 now. 2-1 against Wycombe Wanderers. And then we lost to Dijon in France. Sean Raggett got on the score sheet, but we couldn't do anything else with that. But we'll see how we get on today against Luton. So let's head into the team selection screen. And it looks very much like our title-winning side from last season, to be honest with you. Brad Young will start in goal with Curtis, O'Brien, Raggett and Pye in defence. We've then got Adshead and Thomason in the middle of the park, with new signing Reece Russell-Denny joining other new signing Luke Kundle, and Paul Glatzel starting behind Ty Sodji up top. So, without further ado, let's get ourselves into the match.
So let's get into it. Paul Glatzel starting the first game of the season. Hopefully he finds himself a little bit this year. I mean, I wasn't really planning on having Ty Sodji in me squad. I've got to be honest. Reports-wise, he is very, very good. But I wanted him to be our third striker this year. I wanted perhaps a new star striker. Ricky J. Jones, of course, 31 goals last season, deserves a chance. But we just got to see how it goes. Away from home today against Luton, first game of the season. I think it's winnable, definitely. I think that this will say a lot about what our chances are this year. You know, if we really struggle in this match, then we might be in for a bit of a tough season. The media are predicting us to finish 21st, so we are going to be fighting relegation this year. It's not going to be a cakewalk like last year, simply because we just haven't been able to recruit, and that's one of the problems, you know, at championship level. To get really good championship level player, you've got to spend the money, and we didn't have that. You know, a lot of the wage clauses and whatever meant that most of our wage budget was swallowed up before we even got into the transfer window. But we'll try. We'll keep pushing. Obviously, we had a fantastic season last year, and hopefully we can build upon the momentum of that and have a positive start. I think that's what we've got to look for. We are going for a slightly different view this season. We are going to be with the TV camera, at least for the first few matches, just, you know, to try something a little bit different. Maybe have a slightly more zoomed in view of the action. That's a good ball forward, but well cut out by Logan Pye. Now here's Brad Young passing out from the back. Thomason to Pye once again. Pye on the ball, loses it, and here's Anya Dinma, and it's 1-0 to Luton Town. Cameron Archer puts it into the back of the net, and that was criminal. What we did there, that was absolutely awful. We should not have lost the ball in that position, and we were punished at the end of the day, and that's what happens when you don't get rid of the ball effectively, when you don't run on the ball effectively. So 1-0 and highlight straight from the kickoff. Hopefully not another goal. Here's Glatzel on the ball. Glatzel pushing round to Raggett now. Raggett to Thomason. Thomason over the top. Russell Denny runs onto it. Our new sign, and Russell Denny into the middle, and it's Kundal. Oh, that is a link up between our two new players. Brilliant pass from Kundal, from Russell Denny there, and Kundal running in, and with the finish. That was reminiscent of Kellen Hickinson in the Chester days, running in there, and what a shot that was into the back of the net. I can't tell whether it actually deflected off the defender, but we're back into the game, 1-1. Kundal and Russell Denny linking up, so Joe's a genius, basically. I was going to say Mr. Hannard. I was going all teacher mode there. Mr. Hannard is also a genius, but yeah, in the context of this video, Joe is a genius. Right, hands on hips. What do we say? We're in a position to prove the numbers wrong, basically. Let's go out there and have a good second half. Ty Sodji not having a good game. I don't actually think we've got anybody else that can play up front. We might have to delve into the youth academy to grab somebody. Archer with the header. Oh, off the line by Curtis there. Here's Kundal now on the counter-attack. Can we go and grab a lead here? I don't think so. Here's Onyedimna. Now gets it to Ekpiteta to Owen Campbell. Ekpiteta to Owen on this right-hand side. Ekpiteta again. Here's Campbell. Now to Bate on the ball. Ekpiteta again. Bate. Owen. Ekpiteta. Bate. Welsh. Campbell.
Oh, that's a good ball over the top. It's Archer now. Oh, 2-1. 2-1 to Luton Town. Right. Changes. I think Glatzel's going to have to go up top. We are going to put O'Dur on the left-hand side. Thomason's going to come off for Daniel Batty. Raggett's going to come off for Latte. And I think we'll leave it at that for now. We can bring Stuart Dallas on as well. Maybe he can come on at right back, actually. Yeah, let's do that. And then maybe a little bit later on, we'll swap Russell Denny / Oh, no goal. He was offside. Let's have a look at this. This, oh my goodness, that was pretty close. He was slightly off, I think, an arm's length ahead. Yeah, bit of a problem, really. Still ones each. So Luton Town 1, Portsmouth 1. Now, who could we bring on as a final bit of inspiration? I'm going to be honest. I'm not really seeing anybody. Russell Denny comes off. Poku on. Let's try that. Anyway, we got a highlight. Adds head to Stuart Dallas, now O'Brien. Pushing forward. Russell Denny. That's a brilliant ball. What a switch of the play. Logan Pye now with a chance. Gets it into the middle. It's away. And now we're on the defensive of a counter-attack on our own. It's 3-on-3. Here's Roberts now. Roberts with a chance and scores. Well. Patrick Roberts, of all people, scores in the last 10 minutes and puts us on the back foot here. We're going to go attacking for the last 10 minutes. We're going to berate the boys, try and get them fired up a little bit for these final 10 minutes. But Roberts now with the corner, whips it in. Header away by O'Brien. Here's Ekpateta. Good tackle by Poku, but loses it straight away. Here's Clarkson now to Doughty, to Welsh. Owen. Campbell. Roberts still with a chance. Babayaro. Oh, 3-1 now, Luton. And all of a sudden, it looks a lot worse than it did. But if we're being honest, we've had one good chance in this match. And we scored it. That is the worst possible start to the season. Luton Town 3, Portsmouth 1. And that gives us a lot to think about as we go into the start of this season. You know, where are Luton meant to finish according to the media? Realistically, probably not that high. 15th. You know, that's a winnable game for us, you would say. Salford are predicted to go down this season. They haven't been going down. Fleetwood have managed to bring in a lot of good players. What about Birmingham? Not that many, to be honest. Birmingham haven't brought in many players. Salford haven't recruited. We just haven't managed to get the players in. You know, but we're targeting the teams around us, and Luton is certainly one of those. They did get Lino Sousa. Now, he played pretty well. He was somebody that we tried to sign, but Luton got him ahead of us. So, yeah, real issues there. But let's go and build our confidence with a match against Peterborough. And fingers crossed, we can get ourselves back on track. Right, a few changes for this match then. We have got a brand new signing. Harry Cornick has come in. Paid more than I wanted to for him, but, you know, he's a proven goal scorer at this level. Somebody that can hopefully be a good backup to Soji and Ricky J. Jones. He's 32, you know, he's not going to set the world alight, but fingers crossed he can do a good job. I've also promoted this guy, James Howells, who will be getting his first professional start today. He's come in, he scored 2 goals in 8 appearances for Port Vale last season, so he can find the net. Maybe not that often, but he's one of our youth products, so let's invest in youth. He's 17. Let's give him a chance in this match. That kind of doesn't matter, and hey, if he's a wonder kid, then we can see how it goes. It is going to be tough. It really is. Connor Chaplin, I'd love to get him in. He looks like a good player. Has been performing well for Ipswich for many years in the Championship. And Ipswich, by the way, double back-to-back promotions. Not often that happens, really. Did they go up in the playoffs last year? Yeah, they went up in the playoffs, finished 5th, and are now in the Premier League, which is absolutely awesome. So yeah, good for Ipswich, and they've drawn their first 2 matches as well. If you look at that, they drew against Bournemouth and Aston Villa. So really good to see them back in the Premier League, and hopefully they'll stay there for a long time. But yeah, Connor Chaplin. It is on trial. It would be nice to have him here permanently, but we'll just have to see whether that works out. We are going to put on a couple of more substitutes. Owen Dale can play 45 minutes, so we might give him a little run out towards the end just to try and up his fitness. But yeah, as I say, a few changes. We'll see how it goes. He is going to be the number 31, and Cornick can be number 14. So let's get into it. Our star striker, James Howells, is going to score a hat-trick. We know that. But what I really do want to see is a victory against Peterborough. You know, a team that were in our division last year. We beat them, I think, was it 4-0 on the last day of the season last year. So this should be a match we're winning, and hopefully it'll give us a little bit of confidence, show us that we can win matches. I think we have to remember that this side did very well in the League One last year. We beat Middlesbrough 5-0, who were in the Premier League at the time. So it's not a bad team. It's one that can compete at this level, but maybe not having the impact that I hoped it would. It's gone in. Paul Glatzel has scored somehow, but it has been disallowed. He was offside, I think. I don't know exactly what happened there. He stood on the line. Thomason with the header hit the bar, and then it hit off Glatzel's back. Yeah, of course it did. Oh, right. That is what you call knowing that it's maybe not going to be your day. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So, Poku's now injured. That is not what we want. Oh, right. Josh Murdoch can come on. He is one of our players. One of our players that I've got high hopes for this season. We have dominated possession, which is good. But yeah, just not creating the chances. I mean, yeah, ever since we won the title, we've just gone flat, which can happen. James Howells may not be a wonder kid. We'll give Harry Cornick half an hour or so just to get himself in. Owen Dale can return from injury as well. Batty's going to come off. We'll try Cundle in the middle of the park and swap them 2 round. Other than that, I think just... Burrows. Should we give Burrows a little run? I think we should. Stuart Dallas is having a good game from left back though, which is nice to see. Oh, come on, boys. We can do this. We can win this match. Here's Burrows. Gets it to Cundle now. Back to Burrows. Still loses it though. And here's Rhea. Gets it to Curtis now. To Thomason. To Murdoch. Murdoch to Curtis again. Curtis forward to Cundall. That's forward to Owen Dale. Oh, he's only been on the pitch 10 minutes and he's already stuck it into the back of the net. That is Owen Dale for you. And what a player he is. And he is going to be crucial for us this season. I suppose maybe we're being harsh on ourselves. You know, Owen Dale and Ricky J. Jones weren't part of the first match day squad. So maybe we needed them, and Paul Glatzel has put it into the back of the net. And who assisted it? Owen Dale. Hey, well, that makes me feel a little bit better. First goal of the season for both of those two, and the change that Owen Dale has made to the match is unbelievable. Beautiful ball forward by Sam Curtis. So wonderful ball into the box from Owen Dale. Playing an 8.6. He's only played 20 minutes. And what an impact he has made. What a player he is. Here's O'Connell. Gets it forward. Header from O'Brien. Now Murdoch on the ball. Loses it though. And here's Williams with a chance. And Brad Young makes a save, which is good to see. Right then. Here's Cundall with the free kick. Whips it into the far post. And I thought it was Owen Dale again. It was Jake O'Brien this time with the header. And we are comfortably through now. And hopefully this victory will give us just a touch of confidence. Owen Dale was going for it, to be fair. Didn't manage to get his noggin on it, but what a performance since he's come onto the pitch. You've got to say, well done to him. Coming back from injury. Shame we didn't get the clean sheet. Devante Cole puts it into the back of the net, and it's 3-1 now. And there we go. Right. Okay, nice work. So we are through to round 2 of the Carabao Cup, which I think is good. We want a positive performance. We've put in a loan offer for this guy, Curtis Jackson from Everton, who are in the Championship now, by the way. Looks pretty decent, actually. 3.5-star ability, 5-star potential. Can play anywhere, centre-back, defensive mid, central midfield. It's not really a position that we need any players in, but he's available. We might as well go for him. But yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. He put in a player of the match performance coming off the bench. I mean, that's just ridiculously good, isn't it? Changed the game at the end of the day. But we have to remember, our expectations are only to fight bravely against relegation, be competitive in the FA Cup, already through the 3rd round. So if we can be competitive in that match, and be competitive in the Carabao Cup. We're already in the 2nd round of that competition, so things generally can't go too wrong this season. We just don't want to embarrass ourselves in the Championship, and hey, we might find our feet. We might find our feet in the division and push on. We've got a very important match against Reading coming up at home, and then some quite tricky games after that. Away to Norwich, away to Blackburn, home at Hull. So it's going to be an accumulation of points at the end of the day. If we can get 50 points by the end of the season, we'll probably be safe. So that's kind of where we're looking with that. Louis Sibley, he's a guy I remember from last year's game. Scored a hat-trick in the first game of the season. Scored 10 goals last year as well, so he's looking like a decent player, actually. Might be worth keeping an eye on whether he becomes available. But, not a lot to play with. We've fiddled with the finances as much as we can. We're 8,000 over budget. Realistically, we need more money. So I might try and increase our wage budget, maybe even our transfer budget, and hope that they realise how good a job we did last season. But we're struggling. But that's where we'll leave it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Football Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.